It is Monday, May 15th, 2023, and we're just about at the 6 month point of 2023. Pretty crazy, pretty crazy. Um, there's a lot coming up in the next couple of weeks. The Fed now central bank digital currency test is supposed to start happening in July. We'll see how that affects markets. So that's just about 6 weeks out for the CBDC test in the United States. Me personally, just flat out, like, politics aside, I'm against the whole concept of a CBDC, just because I want the capability of just using money how I want to use money. But that test is supposed to be coming up here in about 6 weeks or so. So we'll see how that affects the markets. Could affect them pretty intensely when that actually launches. Let's get some music up. I realize that I don't have any music going. Done a little bit of trading today. I did well and I did okay at stocks, but I've only done so in futures today. Let's go ahead and pull the screen up here. Bloop, bloop. Just one sec. Make sure I got everything it needs to be up. All right. Here we are. Okay, so we do have a new static evaluation. I've done some trading on it today. I was up about $8, currently down about 127 in this one. We also have our Apex account as well, that we're up $438 in at the moment. On the account as a whole, not necessarily today. Our trailing max at 2078. We've done some oil trading as well. Looks like on the 22nd chart here on the ES, we're coming up on a 5200 crossover here. We go 3 contracts and join the bid here. We're going to get in at 3275. Let's get this price ladder on the proper one.
Order filled.
Okay, we're in at 3275, 3 contracts. Just going for 3 ticks to start off the day. I'm gonna jump. Oh, actually, I'm just gonna stay in Apex today. This is Elite Trader Funding. There's Apex. So we're looking to get out at 33.50, but I actually think that we are going to bounce up to about 35, potentially here. We got the 9 above the 12 and the 26 crossing above the 200 moving average. The 200 moving average is on the way to the upside. There's a nice starter trade for the day, 103.50 profit on that. And I think that we have room, like I said, up to probably the volume weighted average price. The high of the day is like 41.56. There was the nice move up there. I'm going to look at going for like a 5 ticker. But I want to see a pullback now to about 33.50. Should have let this one run. I'm going to check this on the 1 minute chart, but it's looking pretty solid. My computer's going a little slow. Watch out for resistance along 43 that was acting as a resistance zone last night when I was trading. So I'll be watching that zone there. I think an entrance off of 34 seems pretty decent. Join the bid at 34.75. I'm going to try to get out at 36. Going for 5 ticks here. $34.25 was the drop of that candle. 9 moving average is now at 34.50. And we're currently break even in this trade. Maybe slightly green. Looking for that bump up to 36. It'll just be this test of the VWAP here. Slight pullback. $36 is right on VWAP. I'm really just looking for it to bump up to VWAP. Maybe break 1 tick through or so. There's the 200 moving average cross on the 20-second chart. So 34 was, in my opinion, the best entry. That was the entry that we spoke about. I think I got in a little early. It did pull back to 34. So nice move on that. All right, there's the move up to 36 and the order filled. And we're currently out of that. So that's 282 in profit on the day. Pretty good for our first 2 trades of the day. I'm going to jump over to Elite Trader Funding, and I thought to myself that I would just actually trade this thing in the evening hours, but there just wasn't much, there wasn't enough movement there at that time. What's up, Tiny? Got 4 ticks there also. Nice job. Nice job. Let's see if there's anything that I can close to make my computer run a little faster because it's kind of lagging today. Let's see. The web browser's taking up too much load, I guess. I need to do like some optimization. I'm gonna close all these tabs that I have. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, something's causing like a lot of like high usage on my computer. It says it's the internet browser, but I don't know. So we got this like a little double top here, a little bit of resistance right here at this zone, right off around 36. Take a look at the 20-second chart here. We're on Elite Trader Funding side. Let's take a look at the 10-second chart for this. Let's see if we can get in around 35.25. I don't know if it'll pull back that far. No, it's not going to. There's resistance there on the VWAP. I'm going to put a standing order here at 35.75. All right, got to enter 2 contracts at 35.75, pulling back a little bit off that VWAP there. I'm trying to get out at 37. Let's take a look at this on the 20-second chart. This one's our static account, so we don't get a trailing max on this. It's just straight up, you know, it's more or less like trading a cash account. On the 20-second chart, our VWAP is up at 37.40. We're going to try to get out of this at 37. I think that we do have an opportunity to break out of this zone here, this 36 zone. I'm going to bump down to 36.25.
Order filled.
All right, we're out there at, I think we made $50 in that. Jumping back to Apex. We absolutely could have left that on. It was just more or less the volatility in that candle that was giving me some nervousness. And so I just felt kind of wonky about it, which is why I just cut it a little early. But I guess I could have kept it on, and we could have got the higher payout. I think we have room up to this 200 moving average, which is right here at 43. Watching out for resistance here on the volume weighted average price, which is on the 1 minute side at 38. If we pull back to 35, I'm totally joining in. Because I think a pullback to 35 would give us a really strong bounce up to up towards 40. One minute side is $10 diverge on the Golden Cross. So look at the 10-second chart here for a second. There was the pullback there. Okay, I'm watching this 10-second chart pretty closely. That was the entry off that 200 moving or the 35 moving average.
Order filled.
In at 36.75. I honestly was trying to get in a little bit lower than this. But I'm looking for a move up to 38.
Order filled.
Took a single contract. Oh wow, that's on 8 ticks. Not looking for that. I took a single contract entry here at 35.75. I'm gonna look for that one to get out at 37. This other entry is at 36.75. I think even though we're down, like the ES is down slightly on the day, I think we're still in an uptrend. Hanging out on our sell order, but not filling yet. On the 10-second chart, I want to see this
Order
crossover
filled.
happen. There was that one contract trade that just went through. Looking for this one to bump up to 38. 38.25 is the peak of this candle. 38 is the resistance zone. Need some nice surge. Come on now. Currently at 37.25 or so. 37.5, 37.50. We just need to bump up 2 more ticks. Some resistance there at 38. I'm going to pull the trade now.
Order filled.
Got out of 37.75. Pretty happy with that. That is a 4-tick trade. It tapped 38, but it didn't sell on it. And so I just marketed it out. Pretty good so far, up 482.50 in this account today. That puts the total account up 920.98. I would definitely say that the accuracy has improved pretty substantially on the whole. Let's go ahead and take a look at the reports on the day. So today we're flawless victory at the moment. Up 512.50 in gross, 482.50 after fees. Market's looking good today. Not sure if you're going to keep trading. I totally understand. Good luck today on your house sitting gigs. I hope that it's awesome. But I totally understand. You know, if you're not wanting to trade today, that's perfectly fine. Okay, I don't want to give back any profits here, so I'm probably going to let this cool a little bit. The 20-second chart's looking great in terms of upward momentum. We're above VWAP. We're probably going to get a pullback down to about the 50 EMA, down to like 35 bucks, and then I guess we'd be looking for a bounce off that. Looking at the 1-minute chart here, which is slowly on approach for this golden cross. This thing's probably, if I had to guess, up to a half an hour out. It has closed the gap pretty fast though, and this gap is closing in. Take a look at this 5-minute chart. This 5-minute chart got a downward, as they call it, a death cross. So sensational. But that's on the 5-minute side. 5-minute side, if you notice, is also stacking up on TTM. Currently, it's at negative 3.5. It does have opportunity for upward move. And the 9 is on approach for a 12 crossover, and then on a 1226 crossover. Currently, fighting resistance on the volume weighted average price here at 37 on the 5-minute side. Take a look at the oil markets. This thing's been kind of on a rip for a little while. Man, I wish I traded this because earlier I was looking at this right here. Actually, it was right here. I was looking at this in this zone, and I didn't take any trades. I was busy doing other stuff. But so far, so good in today's account. Just back on the ES. We'll probably stay here today. ES is looking good. Breaking out above 38. And I'm going to jump back into my Elite Trader Funding account and see if I can get this positive on the day. It's currently down about $88. So I'll probably put my emphasis here now. Gonna pull back to 37.50. Where do I want to see? We have a demand zone here at 36. So demand zone is sort of like a support zone. It's very similar. It's kind of the same thing, really. But we definitely have a support now at 36. It was resistance earlier, but new resistance at 38. This is just breaking on through to the other side. After that pullback down there to 37.25, ripped all the way up 6 ticks. 6-7 tick availability right there. Take a look at the 1 and see if the 1 is getting. So the 1 is breaking above the 200 moving average, or the VWAP, and we're pulling up to 40. So this was the area that I said that we had room up to, was about 40, and then I think that we have 8 more ticks of room available up at 42 off that 200 moving average. Now the 50 and the 200 on the 1 minute side are closing the gap fast. If you remember, about 5 minutes ago, they were about $10 diverged. Now they're only $8 diverged. So over the last 10 minutes or so, we've already closed $2 in gap. That is quick. So originally I was looking at about 8.15 for that rip, but I actually am going to put it more towards the top of the hour, just given the movement of it. It's about 7-8 minutes out. I don't know if we can close $8 in 8 minutes. That's just way too much. But maybe 8.15 was the correct call to begin with. But this did pop up to 41.40, which I said would be a resistance zone, and it's pulling back now. We'll see if it pulls back towards the 9 exponential, which happens to be just slightly below the volume weighted average price. 9 is at 37.5 or so, and VWAP's at just under 38. Getting a little 1 minute pullback here down towards the VWAP, popping up to a doji. It looks like it's going to pull back, but it might rip before it does that. Yep, there's the rip. So sitting out for the moment. I need to cool off. Up almost 500 in Apex. Down about 88 in the League Trader Funding. Mainly because I was trading in the early hours, and last night I was trading in the midnight hour, and it wasn't great at that time. By the way, anybody catch the David Bowie reference there? Isn't that David Bowie, right? Rebel Yell. Oh man, that's gonna bother me. I'm pretty sure it's David Bowie. I gotta know. How am I gonna know? I'm gonna know. Billy Idol. That's what that was. I was like, it's not. It didn't feel like Bowie, but it was like, I'm pretty sure it's Bowie. But no, it's definitely not David Bowie. It's Billy Idol. Very, very different brand. All right, this is pulling up somewhat to an ascending wedge. You can see that wedge right there. So I would not be surprised if this pulls back and consolidates on VWAP. But I personally feel like I need to cool off on the trading myself. I definitely could have taken that ride up to 40. But at least we got a couple pieces of it. In the midnight hour, she cried, mo, mo, mo. With a rebel yell, she cried, mo, 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 mo. I think I'm gonna watch that 10-second chart, see what's going down on here. Hopefully the candles go down. I want to see it drop down to like 38. What I'd actually like to see is I'd like to see a TCM drop on red and then take a quick reversal off that. Let's reject on 40. I was gonna join the ass there and take a short. I already missed it. That's why I was swapping it down to 3. So I was gonna try to take a short down just to like this area, and then take the pop back up. But I already missed the move, so I'm not gonna push. I guess there was more meat on the bone. All right, so on the 10-second chart, I'm gonna look for a red yellow move. Probably go for 4 ticks. I said a move back to 38 would look nice. This pulled back to 37.50, and now we're popping back up slightly. There's a flashy yellow there for a moment. Not enough to grab it though. I feel like off of 38 is the zone. There's 37.50. $37.25. There definitely was a lot more room left in the short. Whoa, big drop there. Maybe it wasn't that big. Looked big because I'm on the 10-second chart. But pulled all the way back to the 200 moving average down here at 35.5. So there was a lot more room left in the short than they gave it credit for. And we drop below VWAP on the 10-second chart. There's a yellow close there. This doesn't look good enough for me to take this long yet, but all right. I'm gonna try. All right, we're in at 37. I'm gonna look for a move up to 38. $38 is right on the 50 moving average. Oh, damn. Big drop down. I will cut this soon. I'm out.
Order filled.
Took a pretty heavy loss on that, like $200. Yeah, not a great trade on my behalf. So keeping my Apex green. I don't know if I'm gonna touch that account again today. But this one, like, it definitely took a lot more hit on the short. I did not give the short enough credit. Hey man, Tanya, we've all been there, you know. I've been having like weird, funky internet issues lately too, where just like it'll just randomly drop for like 10 seconds and then come back. It's kind of a newer thing. Like I said, I think I need to optimize my tech. I don't think I need to buy any new tech necessarily at this particular point in time. All my stuff is relatively up to date. My computer is about 2 years old. Um, and my router is like a year old, so I don't think I need to really update much. But I do think I need to do some optimization. Yeah, ouch on that last trade for sure, especially because this is a static account. I'm already down 300 in the static. I only have a move available of 625. So, so I honestly wish I took a little bit more meat on this, but like over here. And I kind of regret trading on the overnight session a little bit. But typically in the past I've had a lot of really good results trading the overnight session. In Apex, though, we're sitting on a flawless victory. So I'm gonna hold on to that. I don't know if I'm gonna trade Apex anymore. I might not trade my my ETF anymore today. I've been trading a lot in the last like 12 hours. So I don't know about a lot. I had like an hour session. I had 2 separate 1-hour sessions last night, and then traded stocks this morning, and had kind of mixed results. Did well in stocks though today, which is great because those are all live accounts for me. Looks like I guess it could have held through that pullback. This actually just pulled back to the to 35. That's an 8-tick loss. That's a heavy loss. I'm just gonna watch the 20-second chart. I think to me this seems like, or the 1-minute chart. Sorry, to me this seems like the right chart to be watching right now. Getting a red to yellow move would be ideal. This is actually getting some move back up. They're actually, if I would have held through that for this 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, then it would have actually sold at the proper trade idea. But here we are. Jumping back to the 20-second chart, which is getting a little cyan switch there. Mine's above 12 on cyan. No 26 cross yet. But it does look pretty decent. We'll see if this rejects. We got 4 dojis. Well, three closed. And we're currently sitting on a doji. This TTM's at 0.6. 9's above 12. No 26 cross yet. Sitting on VWAP. There's a rejection. Pulling down to 36.50. So I wonder if this is going to continue to reject down to 35 and hold 35 as support. Nine back below 12 on this pullback. TTM going to the cool candles. 35 still above 50 though, so we're good there. Basically, if we get a 9-12 cross and a 12-26 cross, and we maintain that TTM, I will take it long here. Currently, 9 is below 12 on this potential cross. Just waiting. No trade yet. Don't you hate it when you just you fill pretty much at the bottom, and it's just like, well, I was trying to manage my risks. As you fill, it just pops right back up. You're like, son of a. That's what happened here. There's a little cyan, so this looks like promising to start moving upward. There's a 12-26 cross on the current candle, but 9 is still below 12, so I can't take that trade yet. I gotta wait for that cross because without it, there's a high chance of rejection. Little pop up there. 35 and 50 running at the same line. So that's going to act as resistance potentially. Okay, so we'll probably get this 912 cross here. Joining the bid, trying to get it on 37.50.
Order filled.
Got in at 38 and a quarter, way higher than I wanted to be in. But you know, I was trying to get in, but just didn't get the op that I wanted. I'm trying to get out at 39 and a quarter. Maybe that's a little too aggressive. Yeah, I think I'll try to get out at 39, actually.
Order filled.
There's out at 39. Made a little bit back. That was a 3-ticker. All right, let's take a look at the 1 minute side now. I want to see how this is stacking up. We're still on approach for that moving average cross. So this popped up to 39.75. So I could have kept my 39 and a quarter on the table. But still, you know, 3 ticks is, I'm always happy when I get 3 ticks. I'm fine with that. Those are pretty good trades. Pulling about 75 bucks. So on 2 contracts. 1 minute pullback now. I want to see this TTM though stay yellow on the 1 minute. By the way, if y'all chilling, hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell for noties. What's up, Ollie? Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you. We're up about 500 in the Apex account, down in ETF static account. So if you're unfamiliar, working on a elite trader funding static evaluation of 100K static evaluation here. These are great because you don't have a trailing max. It's kind of like trading with a cash account. You've got the margin of 100K, but really your account is $625. And the profit target's only 2,000 bucks. So these are kind of nice in that. You're also working on a static as well, or you're up 500. But I don't think I'm going to trade in my Apex account. I just want to lock in that $500 in profit. Or just leave it. I should probably just close the account or close the trading software. I think that would be wise, just to protect myself from myself. Total account is up $920.98 out of 3,000. So roughly 50% to goal. And I don't think we've traded this account very much. Let's take a look at last week on this account. Or not, you know, it'll just like do this weird thing that it does where it just doesn't load anything. This is so annoying to me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Tiny. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the close button and protect myself from myself on that particular account. Just because, you know, $500 a day is great. I mean, that's like $2,500 a week. So I'm good with that. This pulled back to 37.50 and is now popping up. So this actually looks better to me for the upward move. We're going to watch out for resistance on 40, though. What if I can get it at 38 and a quarter? I think I was just late to the party on that one. Jump over to the 20-second chart. And I want to take a look at the 10-second chart as well. So 10 seconds putting in a new cyan candle. I have a standing order at 38.25.
Order filled.
Ah, big drop there, man. Well, maybe it wasn't that big, but it looked pretty big. I've been having kind of a harder time trading this static account today. I don't know why. I kick butt and Apex like right away. Just trying to get out with a tiny profit on this one. Just going for like one tick. This is like what I was dealing with when I was trading the overnight session. Same thing. Like I'd get in and then it would just like drop immediately.
Order filled.
And I was like, what the hell? Micro profit on that. Still down 221.12 in the day on that account. Or 222.12, sorry. TTM looking pretty good though. Let's see right there. 9 and 12 are on approach on the VWAP. I think this is gonna go pretty good here. I'm gonna see if I can get in off 38.25. No, son of a, just ran without me. Okay, there's still opportunity in this. Standing order on 38.50. Tap my buy, but no fill. Come on. See, I think that we're going to run up and push 40. Too late. I missed the move on that one. I should have just let this one run. But frankly, I got scared out of my position. So... And that happens, you know. You know the phrase, scared money don't make money. Which I think is such a corny phrase, personally. So like I said, I thought this had room up to 40. Literally came up there, touched 40. And it's just sort of tickling 40. Just tickling it. We just like have fun here. So, I don't think I got my edge on the 10-second chart today. At least not as much. Although this whole section here seemed pretty straightforward. Just follow the TTM. Yes, officially getting back to green today. It's only up about $1, but hey. Basically, all we're waiting on, and I think a lot of the market is waiting on this golden cross right here, the 5,200. So I think a ton of the market is gonna react pretty favorably to that, and I think that sometime in the next 15 minutes or so, we'll likely get a nice big push up, or just right now. Look at that, breaking over the 200 moving average. It's a little early though, so I still think that this will come back down. I'm gonna close out these oil charts. Oil on the rip though, up to 71. 71.44. I'm gonna add in, or add back in rather, the ES 3-minute chart. Now, maybe I'll rock that 15-minute chart as well. Come on. Tradeovate's kind of slow. There we go. All right. 15-minute chart. Oh, this is actually looking super solid. Check that out. So you see the... Oh, wait. That's actually on the downside. My apologies. But actually the 15-minute chart, though, is still stacking. You can check that out. So we may actually get a golden cross on the upside there in the 15-minute. Basically, this is a red to green move from the open on the 15-minute side. Currently chilling at about 40. 40 was a very strong resistance zone. Take a look at the 5-minute side. 5-minute running into resistance there at 42, which is where the 200 moving average is. And that's where I was talking about that resistance zone earlier today, I should say. So we'd be looking for pullbacks to around 40, maybe even like 38, 39, and bouncing off of that. But this looks pretty solid. 3-minute side on approach for that 5200. But this is actually looking just solid just in and of itself. Currently, the 3 minutes on a downtrend in terms of the TTM, but I don't think that's going to last. Checking on the 1, and we're consolidating above the 200 moving average. We have this flag formation here on this TTM pop-up. 9 is about to get above 12. This is just looking solid for upward move. The question is, what's the entry or what's the exit? I think 40.5 as the entry. At the upper side of the flag now. So we'll be looking for the pullback and then the pop. Gonna check out the 20-second chart here for a second. It's down to 40.25. $41 might actually be the entry point, but cutting that that standing order there. And I'm gonna look to get in here
Order
in
filled.
at 41.75 because I think that this actually is gonna pop pretty soon. Maybe I could have kept on at 41 or the lower number. But we have this flag formation here. And we're on approach on a 5200 cross. We got to find the upper move here. 47.80 or 35 is the upper of that 200 moving average on the 3-minute side. I'm on TTM. There you go. Five-minute side is a different story. 5-minute is there at 42. So we're going to have to break through 42 in order for this to play. 42 is probably going to act as a pretty strong resistance zone for a little while. It's a long way off for that. The next 3-minute candle is going to be a bit. It's pulling back to 41. Yeah, I definitely should not have taken that long at that location. 41 was the better entry. I'm gonna have to put this at like 42. Unfortunately, I should have just got out right here. Frankly. But I'm trading not very well on this account today. I don't know why. TTM going red on so this pulled back to 40.5, and I think this was our original intended entry point. It was right along that EMA 35 there. I need to trust my own trading advice better, follow it more closely, and don't second guess. I think it's the consolidation before the pop. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a red to yellow. So I can tell you right now, my entry was crap. I foobarred the entry, but I don't think that the trade is dead, because we're coming down here. We're finding support off the EMA 35. We did pull back to about the 50, but just bounced immediately off of it. That looks better. If we get a red to yellow on the 20-second chart, I still have confidence in this trade. That's why I moved my my exit up to 43. But I definitely foobarred the entry because I got FOMO and I tried to just get in because I thought I was gonna miss the rip, and I've missed a couple of rips on the day. And so really, I foobarred the entry because of that, and I know that. And I will try to make my best efforts to be better in the future on that. However, I still think that this is still a decent trade in terms of the overall outlook of the trade. Those are my thoughts so far on this. I could exit right here and take a little micro profit, but I still think that this is going to pop up towards 43. On the 20-second chart, we've got the TTM on stack. We've got the 9 back above 12 on a crossover there with the 1226. And so, and then on that 1-minute side, we had that flag formation. So I still think that this trade has potential. We're going to need the TTM to do a cyan switch. There it is right now on cyan on 22nd chart, but it's going to need to actually close on cyan. So it's not closed yet. So we still have 10 more seconds left in this candle, and we need to close above 42 or at 42. My preference would be for this to close at like 42 or 42 and a quarter. So that one didn't close there, but the second one immediately popped up, so that's good. We got to get above 42 and a quarter. You can see several lines in the sand there on that. I'm going to peek in on the 1 minute chart. Good. We're getting a cyan candle on the 1 minute. So this could be the end of this flag here, or the beginning of the pop, I should say, of this flag. 9 is above 12, and that is well above the 200 moving average, which is on approach here on that golden cross. We're coming up on 8:30. We're about 5 minutes out, so we may get a volume surge here in the next 5 minutes. Taking a look at the 3 minute chart, which also has that flag formation. This 3 minute chart on the 200 moving average has room at 47. To me, that's a little aggressive, considering that the 5 minute chart has only the 200 moving average here at 42 and a quarter. So we're going to need to pass through that and rip through it with some gusto in order for this to be to fulfill the prophecy. Back on this 20-second chart, trade's looking pretty decent. I could take it off right here at 42.75. I think I might. It's kind of having a little bit of a hard time on that break.
Order filled.
Made some of that money back. 138.28 on the day. I filled sort of the peak of that candle, which is great. I can tell you my entry sucked. My entry was bad. It was terrible. Bad boy. I should have been looking at these moving averages here and looking to these for the entry point. My original estimation at 40.5 would have been the correct estimation on the entry point. We just needed to be a little bit more patient. Patience, by the way, is one of the most challenging aspects of trading. My own personal opinion. For me, some people may have an easier time with it. Got green with 2 different types of them today. Tiny, what's your is your P&L looking good today? I hope. So we literally filled at the very peak of that. I'm glad I lowered my sell order by just a tick. Just one single tick is all it takes to have an amazing trade. We did get 4 ticks on this, which is awesome. We certainly could have gotten a lot better, because I think 40.5 would have been the entry, and that was my original entry point. I should have stuck with it. But you know how it is. So we're on this approach on this golden cross. Probably looking at 8:45 for that. My main goal with this account today is just to get it back green and hopefully get it up to like $100. The market has been responding very well to cyan switches today on the TTM. You can see these moves have actually been really crazy on the cyan switches, especially on the 1 minute side. And these are totally predictable. So this one here, I honestly wish I had just held it and let it run. And I would have, if it weren't for that meddling, I'm just kidding. I would have, if I would have checked the TTM on that switch. Green 4 ticks, that's awesome. On a single contract, that is $50. 2 contracts, 100, I think. Yeah, that's right. Boom, 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 boom. By the way, make sure y'all like the vid, like the stream. It actually does help the channel grow. Right now, we're on this pullback in the 1 minute. This is fine. And I don't mean that in a like burning dog way. Y'all familiar with the meme, but I actually mean that in the way that I think that over the next 15 minutes, we have a high probability of a nice push up. This is a very nice bounce here off 39.75. That was a good like 4 or 5 tick right there. But I'm not taking any longs at the moment because TTM's on cool. We got the 2 red dots in a row here. And I'm kind of waiting for this crossover. And I think a lot of people are. Big pullback there. I'm gonna look to join the bid here. I'm gonna try to get in at 39.50. And then I'm gonna look to get out at I think 41. That was a pretty big sell-off there on that one. We filled at the bottom of it, which is awesome. Came up. There we go. We just got that 6 ticks. Back green on the day. Tough day for me. Back on this account anyway. But that was a really nice trade. That was an awesome trade, actually. I was really happy about that. Kind of proud of it, honestly. That was a nice 6 ticks. I should have kept my full 8, but this is getting kind of volatile here, so. Yeah, we could have got the full 8, but, you know, hey, whatever. 6 is a very nice trade. This is on the pull now. And pulling back now to the, to our original entry there at 39.50. I think 40 is going to act as support. We might get a downward cross here first. You can see this 9 is below 12 on approach for this downward cross. This golden cross here could reject. I don't think it's going to, but it could. I've seen it happen before. So we're pulling red on the TTM. So now what we'd want to see is we'd want to see this TTM that's going red, put in like 2 red candles, and then switch to yellow. Just pull back all the way to the 50. And then rip back up in the same candle. All the way to 40. So that was like another 6 ticks right there. At least the range of the candle, that is. Check it in on the 20-second chart. Currently, everything's looking towards the downside, although this will probably pop. But the moving averages themselves say that we got a little bit of time here before this full-on pop happens. Wow. Currently 9's below 12, and we're on approach on that 1226 cross. Where are we at? 835. About 10 minutes, I think. Maybe not that long because these are right next to each other. Going back to the 20-second chart. All right, 9's above 12. On approach on a sign and switch. Under the bid here. Trying to get in on 41.
Order filled.
Got the entry on 41. I'm trying to get out of 42. It'll probably push higher.
Order
Here
filled.
we go, 42. Up 94.40 on the day. And that's exactly what I was trying to do on the day. So we're up 500 in our, it's actually like 482.50 after fees. But we're up about 500 in our Apex account. We're up about 100 in our ETF account. It's awesome. This was a picture perfect trade of my strategy here. My strategy is super basic, super easy to understand. Wait for the 9 to get above the 12. And in the science switch here, use this in conjunction with the 1226 crossover, and you're getting this 9 above 12 that you can take in anticipation of, that one could take in anticipation of this cross with that cyan. If you've got this, and this here, with this on approach, this 26 on approach, there's a very high likelihood that you'll get a trade that looks exactly like this, and you'll have an opportunity to take a very strong scalp. And that's exactly what it did just there. Got green on the day, and this was quite the fight for me. You can look at my reports if they'll pull up. Okay, they did. You can see my accuracy was not that great. I had 81% accuracy, but very, very low trades. A couple of big losers too. Very small wins. So on this account here, we took 3 oil trades, 3 ES trades. Our oil trades was, I think it's actually 2 oil trades. I think I was trading 2 contracts, it's just filled differently. On the ES, we took this loss year of 125 and this gain of 150. And then on the I know why I was down. I was down because I was also trading yesterday. So yesterday the P&L was negative $27 because our profit was only $40, but after fees it was less. And I took a $100 loss on this. Excuse me. All right, that's looking decent there. Gonna jump to the 1 minute side. So this just got this crossover here just now, and there looks to be an opportunity here for a nice rip, probably up to about 45. Let's see where the 200 moving average is. 3 minute chart has it up here at 47. I don't really trust that. I think that's too much. 5 minute is still on TTM squeeze, and 9 is getting above 35. There's a new 5 minute candle. That last one ended on a doji. TTM's at 9.0, which is kind of leveling off a little bit. I think this has a little bit of time. Currently, these are diverged about $2, but that $2 divergence may never actually happen, because you can see the the 200 is still on the uptrend, while the 50 is still on the down. The 15-minute chart has about 4 minutes left in this last candle here, or this candle here, and this is pretty close on a crossover, but it also just recently got a downward cross on this upswing. So This has a ways to go before this breakout, but this breakout here likely will give us a very strong break towards the upside, towards like probably 41.50 is my guess. Pulling back down to 39.50. This has been a pretty strong support zone. We'll see if it continues, but the TTM on the 5-minute is on the cool. I pretty much hit all my goals on the day. So I'm good on that. I think that we're probably going to get another rip here. But this is breaking down. I want to see a red yellow move on the 1 minute before I took anything. So good to be green. Good to be green indeed. So the let's see here. So let's see, Apex is at 920.98 out of 3,000. So we're currently 30.69% to goal. We'll call it 30.7. And 94.40 on ETF out of 2,000. So about 4.7 to goal. This is our first day trading this account, with the exception of last night's trading before midnight. So breaking down at the moment, or rather, I should say consolidating around VWAP. Pulling all the way back to 37.50 though. Like I said, on the 1 minute side, I'd want to see a red yellow move. I don't know if we're gonna get it in this. Like, waiting for 8:45 feels like I'm waiting for like next year. Like, I've been waiting for this for about 10-15 minutes, and it just feels like it's like an eternity. It's like watching the clock. Oh, by the way, Apex just announced a new flash sale. So they're rocking it out at 80% off for life until you earn your funding. Then when you earn your funding, then they'll actually hook you up with whoops, that's not what I want to show. When you earn your funding, then you'll have the opportunity to buy your account for good. They have a lifetime option, which I actually think is really super dope, because they're not stuck in a monthly payment. But Apex currently offering 80% off. If you use the link in the description and the promo code that is listed there. I don't have it memorized because they won't let me create one that's like JS Best or like JS Stream or something simple. It's like CXY, I don't know, random letters. But yeah, you can actually pick up one of these accounts here for under 40 bucks and start trading with like a 50K account. So there's links in the description for that. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. I want to see what's going on here. I think the week ahead is going to be a volatile one, with the Fed officially announcing that they're going to be trying that Fed Now central bank digital currency test, if you will, in July. That I think is going to throw markets in potentially a downward spiral, because I don't think anybody wants a central bank digital currency. I've not heard a single citizen say that they're like, hell yeah, central bank digital currency. I don't think anybody wants this. No matter what side of the aisle you might fall into, I just don't think that, like, Democrats don't support it, Republicans don't support it. I don't think any party really supports this. I think this is more of a Fed policy, and it's just something that where it's kind of like we just have to accept it. We don't really have a lot of choice in the matter. But I do think that it will throw markets into somewhat of a downward spiral over the short term and potentially into the long term. It may actually be the real thing that actually causes the recession to actually hit. But like we've been saying here for months on this channel, I think sometime in June is likely where we're going to see a lot of the market sell-off begin to occur. So today we just had the Empire State Manufacturing Survey, kind of a light day on reports. Tomorrow, though, is going to be a volatile one because we've got the Cleveland Fed president speaking. We've got U.S. retail sales. Retail sales is going to be incredibly important for the market tomorrow. We've also got the auto sales reports tomorrow that will also be, or sorry, retail sales minus the auto. Don't we get the autos tomorrow as well? I guess not. So we have retail sales tomorrow. Apparently one of them includes autos, one is minus autos. But then we've also got industrial production. We've got capacity utilization tomorrow. We've got business inventories. That one's going to be big. We've also got the home builder confidence index, also huge for tomorrow. And then we've got the Fed vice chair speaking tomorrow. He's actually testifying tomorrow. We've got the Fed president, bark, woof. And then we've got the New York Fed president speaking, then the Chicago Fed president speaking. Basically, there's just going to be a lot of Fed speaking tomorrow. And I think that the home builder confidence index, the business inventories, the industrial production, and the retail sales are going to be very important for the market tomorrow. I also think that we're going to see a lot of volatility tomorrow. So be prepared for that. Here's this red yellow move that I was talking about. There it is. You can see it. It's happening. It's moving. Things are going on. It did bounce here off 37 and pulled up to 39 and a quarter. So this is actually looking pretty decent. This 5,200 may actually play out. Starting to get some blurry vision. Let's take a look at the 20. Whoa, I did not mean to pop that out into a secondary chart. Let's see if I can move it back in. There we go. All right, let's take a look at the 20-second chart here after that little snafu. Snafu like a boo-boo. Popping up there to 40. 40 acting as a minor resistance, but I don't think it's going to last. I might look for an entrance off 39.75.
Order filled.
Entry at 39.75. Looking to get a 40.75. Although I think we have room up to like 41 or 42. Let's take a look at this on the 1 minute side. All right, so 1 minute, I need to see the 9 get above the 12. And eventually I need to see this crossover take place too. I think I should go for this up to 42. Now I'll just lock in.
Order filled.
There we go. Just lock in my profits. Don't be greedy. 183.24 on the day now. So green, almost 10%. The goal. Locked it in at the top of that candle. This next candle looks like it's going to run up a little bit. But I actually would like to see a pullback. Just because we've had 4 green candles in a row. I want to see a pullback to about this EMA 35 to about 39.75 would be the pullback area that I want to see. Maybe even 40. 40 would be fine. So really what I'm looking for is support off 40. There's a cup and handle zone here. So we got the cup. Now we're gonna see the pullback here and then a pop. It's a nice cup and handle. I want to see if I can get in at 40 and a quarter. 9's above 12, so that's looking solid. Missed the entry, unfortunately. Like I said, I could have held this, I thought, up to 42, and it absolutely ran up there to 42. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this is a cyan switch now as well. 9 getting above 12. This is looking super solid. See if I can get in at like 41.50.
Order rejected. Order filled.
There's an order fill at 41.50 on this pullback here. You can see that this has a reasonably sized upwick on it. So may get some pullback. I hope not much though, because we got the cyan switch on the 1 minute chart. 9 is now above 12 on a 1226 crossover, where we did get that 5200 some time ago, and then it followed it up with a cup and handle. So we're on approach to 9 o'clock hour, and I'm looking for a move up to 43.50 at the moment. Let's fall back to 41. Our entry is 41.50. We're currently back on break even. Just chilling here on a doji. I'm going to watch the 20-second chart kind of closely. So this is actually pulling back to the 9 moving average on the 20-second chart. So that looks good for us. But 43 may be a line in the sand. So I'm going to try to get out at 43, which would be 6 ticks, which would be an awesome trade. Currently down $100 in this trade. Let's pull back to 40.5. TTM's at 1.8. I want to see the TTM get back above 2.0 on the 20-second chart. Currently at 1.5. Gonna peek in on the 3-minute side. Now taking a look at the 5. 5-minute has 42.50 is the line in the sand on the 5-minute chart on the 200 moving average. I might respect that. Lowered my sell order to 42.50, although I think that we have room at 43. I'm doing that because I don't want to get caught in a rejection on this. So take a look at the 1-minute side, which I think is going to be my friend in terms of actually determining the real movement here. That was a major decline. Pulling back to pretty heavily there. Driving this to a single tick. I probably need to cut this sell or cut this order just off this this volume push. Holy crap. So that was 5,000 contracts. That was a reasonable sized contract dump there. We'll see if the market can recover from it. Let's see if the bulls can do something with this. Personally, that right there was in my opinion, kind of a crazy move. 41.75 pulled all the way down to 37. So this was a lot of ticks down really fast. I think I pushed my luck a little bit on the trading. We got to get back above 40. Take a look at the 10-second chart. I can actually see why this failed. So now I just need to see if I can pull out of this with a little bit of profit or at least less loss. $41.40 is very clearly a tough cookie to crack. The ES is still up on the day. $41.40 is the barrier that is preventing positive pandemonium perpetrating everything. I like the iteration there. Positive pandemonium perpetrating. So like I said, I'm just trying to see if I can get out of this with some profit or at least less loss here. Which is why I held through this pullback here. That right there was pretty awful, though. I guess they got in early. And I felt something kind of wonky in the intuition about it too. So should have listened before I even took that trade. 9 is currently above 12. The 35 is still above 50, so that does look useful. There is a crossover there and a TTM here, or TTM cyan. I think we need to get above 41 for this to continue this push. Peeking in on the 20-second chart, which is going to be very important to watch. 20-second chart is going to give me this information of whether or not this is actually going to continue to push. Okay. This looks like this will. I'm going to try to go to 42 and just take 2 ticks off. But that right there, that knife that they dropped was pretty sketchy. And I think that's going to sketch a lot of traders out. 9 is above 12. On approach on a cyan switch on the 20-second chart. I have more validity in the 20-second chart than I do in the 10. But the 1 minute is also, the 1 minute's kind of so-so for me some of the time. 9 is currently above 12 on approach on this cross here. We got to get this crossover. There is this cyan switch. 41 is where we're at now. I want to see this pump to 42 and look to get out of 42. I wanted to take a bigger trade on this, but that kill candle right there complicated matters. So this came up, tapped my break-even point. Nine is above 12. The crossover is only beginning to happen now. I need this candle to close on a crossover on the upside. This candle has to close at 41.25 or higher. It closed low on 40.75 on a doji. So I don't like that. Really struggling at this 41 area. Can we hit 42? Come on. All right, 9 is above 12. There is that crossover. That does look good. TTM's at 1.1. Can we get the TTM to 1.3? There's 1.4. Pulling back. Double topped it at my entry at 41.50. Damn. Peeking in on the 1. So we should have just got out at break even. Big pop right there. This kill candle right here, this contract drop thing. There's break even there for a second. All right, it's looking better. It's looking stronger. There we go.
Order
we got out.
filled.
That was a very stressful trade. In my opinion, also a bad trade in terms of the entry point. So clearly I have some work to do on the entry, but the reason why I actually took this entry, I'm going to revise what I said. I don't think the entry was bad. I just think we got contract dumped. Here's why. Because I took this entry off of this little doji pop here, and I took it on a cyan switch. I thought this was actually a pretty good entry, given that throughout the day, on the 1 minute side, the cyan switch has been a very powerful move. But I did not expect this 5,000 contract drop. In fact, I was actually expecting this to pull back here, pull back a little bit, and then pop back up to 43. And so, yeah, very, very sketchy. You can see it's happening again. It's all happening again. Here we're on the top of the hour. And we're definitely getting a lot of pullback there. But we did manage to do something. We managed to save that trade. I'm grateful that we lowered our sell order. I did not expect this sort of like contract dumping going on, considering that I haven't really seen this through the day much. I guess it happened here at like, what time is this? 77. Again, also by the top of the hour. Up to 22.08. We doubled our goal on the day. I'm going to call it there on the entire trading day. So all in all, we made about $700 on the day. So 222.08 on this account out of 2,000. So this currently puts this account at 11% to goal. While our other account was about 30% to goal, I think. 920.94 was where we're at out of 3,000. And that puts us at 30.7% to goal. So all in all, made just about $700 today on between both accounts, 42.50 plus 222.20. So 704.70 on the day. Pretty good day. I'm gonna walk away there, and because I don't really want to get into the whole shorts thing and whatnot. I'm not trying to get into the shorts. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna call it there. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, because at the end of the day, that's what this is all really about. It's all really just about the community, guys. Which, speaking of community, we have an amazing Discord community with some awesome traders. We got Ollie in there, we got Tiny in there, we got Pawn in there, we got myself in there, we have Crypto Critter, we have some amazing traders with really awesome, intense, really, I don't know, random, great positive description word here about their amazing insights on the market. And these guys are really people that you want to pay attention to, because they just have really awesome insights and wonderful strategies. So jump on into that Discord community. We'll see you guys in there. I'm going to jump in there right myself, and I'm going to write my reflection and my results on the day. And up about $700, almost $705 on the day. Really happy with that. Hope you guys take the moment to like the video and subscribe, because we do this every day, Monday through Friday, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 market time. We're here every day for you. It's all for you guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the Discord community. Peace out, y'all. See you tomorrow.